Now, I have said this in many a thrifting vlog, but you cannot go to the thrift store expecting to find anything. Kindly interrupting today's Thrift With Me episode. I think I actually deleted a necessary clip because the only clips I have are me talking about things and I didn't really introduce you to what was going on. Thus, here I am to kind of put the pieces together. It is no secret that I love to thrift. I wanted to make these Thrift With Me videos more of a substantial feature. So alas, we are bringing you the technically second episode or second installment of Thrift With Me. I love the thrift store. It is no secret. I have said it in many vlogs and videos before that I feel as though it's just adult Candyland with low stakes. Perhaps that's my privilege talking. I know that for a lot of people, the thrift store is their routine. It's not so much a cheap thrill. For the most part, you can go in and there's no holds bar. Is that the phrase? No holds bar? You know what I mean. There are no rules. You can just peruse and look around. And yes, things are secondhand, but I sometimes think that that means that they're a little bit better quality. And with a little bit of inspection and digging and time, you can find some really beautiful pieces that you, your inner child, love and adore without the hefty price tag. I sincerely believe that it does not have to cost a lot of money for you to lean into your personal style and look good. I won't blab on too long. You guys get the gist, and I will pass it back over to past tense Tiana, but be on the lookout for way more Thrift With Me videos. If you like these types of videos or want to see something else from me, let me know. I am in a content surge where I am producing content for my version of 75 Hard, which is essentially just 11 weeks of strict content production. This means TikTok, Instagram, my newsletter on Substack, YouTube Shorts. So be on the lookout for me in all of the different verticals. And like I said, if you want to see anything specifically from me, let me know and I would be happy to put that together for you. Okay, happy thrifting. I really am not wanting to do a bunch of stuff in the house today. I'm like itching to get out. So I figured I would take you on yet another Thrift With Me vlog. I feel like I haven't dedicated an entire vlog to thrifting. Oh, also ignore the zit stickers. I am going to a bachelorette party later this week, so I'm trying to just combat things before I go. Before we left, I wanted to show you my outfit. It's not anything revolutionary, but one question I always get is about this one skirt, I'll insert a picture of it, that I wore in New York. And really that skirt is a dress that I just tucked the top in and made into a skirt, and the dress is no longer available. So I've constantly been on the lookout for a skirt that rivals it, that's a really decent price point, because if there's one thing I've kind of learned about myself, it's that I don't feel like you have to spend bukus of money, hence the thrifting, to look good. I feel like I finally found a really good option and I wanted to show it to you guys. I'm just wearing a white Laline tee, which admittedly is a little bit pricey for a tee, but I do love the fit. It's a little boxier. I don't have anything really like it. This is the skirt. I love the tiered. The way the light is on it makes me look so ethereal. I like this like top part. I feel like this is really flattering. It has a drawstring, which is nice. It's super flowy and ethereal, which I love. And it's from Lulu's. So I'll leave a link in my description box. Just as a little note, you can always shop my closet. There's a shop my shelf that I have that's like my closet updated, and I try and update that as frequently as possible. But I also have an LTK, so whether you have a preference on which one you like to use, I have both, and I try to link all of my things to both, at least the things I can, because as you know, I thrift a lot. Okay, back to the outfit. I'm just wearing my Havaianas. I find that in the summertime, the flops are just way more comfortable. I'm just pairing it with my Hotel Chelsea tote, just because the black and the black, I think, and I want to be casual and comfy and cozy. I talked about this in TT's top 3 recently, but this is my new favorite water bottle. It's from Frank Green. It's so chic, and I have been drinking more water since I have entered it into my life, so definitely recommend that as well. Let's go see what we can find. Now, I have said this in many a thrifting vlog, but you cannot go to the thrift store expecting to find anything. It is just serendipitous luck, whatever you find, and that's why I think you have to go pretty frequently, because they get new stuff all the time. You never know what you're gonna find. Today, I do have a mission. I know I just mentioned I'm going on a bachelorette trip, and obviously there are themes, so like crocheted things is a theme, although I think I have that covered. Pinks, blues, purples, shimmery. It's my friend Anna Grace's bachelorette trip, and if any of you guys follow Anna Grace, I'm sure a lot of you are, but if you aren't already, you absolutely should. She's super spiritual, like just a ray of sunshine, but if you know her, you know that her style is very colorful, bright, bold. She's unapologetic, unafraid to be herself, and I have a feeling that the bachelorette party is going to reflect that, and so I want to sort of be in that mindset. You guys know me, I'm more of a neutrals gal. I like color too, but my style tends to lean a bit more simplistic. Thrift store is always a great place to look for those out-of-the-box pieces that you wouldn't necessarily normally add to your wardrobe. So I am being the exception to my own rule, and you know, in thrifting there are no rules. So let's go. I'm like maybe 10 minutes in. At first I felt it was a little lackluster in here, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna find anything. But immediately upon arrival, I found one pair of 501s men's, 34, which I was like, I found that before and it's fine. It doesn't fit me great. I would need to get it altered. And a 501 just like baggy isn't like really the vibe. But then I saw a pair of Levi's hanging on the rack that they just brought out, and they look like 501s made in the USA, and they look exactly my size. If you guys know me, you know I love some vintage denim, and you almost never find a 501 in your size at the thrift store. So they're $9. I'm gonna try them on. We'll see how it goes. So far, dresses are a little lackluster and never have much success in the dresses, but I'm not giving up hope. To make this a productive thrift with me, instead of me just showing you things, talking to you, looking at things, I figured I would give you a tip as I think of them in the thrift store. In relation to what I said about the 501s in the men's section, check your men's section for vintage denim. A lot of times the smaller sizes are picked over, and they also have a little bit of a baggier fit, which I like. So I'll almost always beeline to the men's denim. Another thing I like to check that you shouldn't underrate, which is what inspired this segment, is hats. I found some really cool like hotel hats, US Open hats, and sometimes you can find really cool, interesting hats that not everybody's gonna have if you just take a little bit more time to look. Another thing that I love to look for at the thrift is books. Take the covers off, because sometimes the covers inside are really good. Right now I'm in the t-shirt section because the bachelorette party is on a lake, and so I'm looking for like tees to throw over swimsuits, and just, it's always nice to have cute tees. For which I'm also in the men's section. And one thing I like to look for with tees, besides just like a design and like colors I like, are these old tags. Let me show you. Like this Delta Pro Weight tag, you can just tell it's a little bit old. It literally says proud to be awesome. And it's just like a cool shirt. I'll also feel the material, and it feels pretty old. So I'm gonna put that one in my cart and try it on. Another thing you should almost always thrift, men's button downs. I was just in New York at like a vintage reseller, and they had the Brooks Brothers. Let me see if I can find one. That's how common they are. I could just pick one up. Here's the label. They have a few different ones, different tiers, but $5.99. They were selling them for like $160 a pop. Just go to your local thrift store. Men, I feel like, don't typically know what they're looking for, so the selection is way less picked over. And like all of these like Sporty and Rich, the brands that are like reinventing these things, it's not worth it. Just go thrift with the same look. They have way more selection. You can get way more options. You can use them as pool cover-ups, whatever you want. So that's what I'm looking for right now, just to see if there's any colors that I don't already own. I seriously can't believe I've done this whole vlog with stickers on. Hey, this is a real channel. This is real life. We're at the try-on portion of the thrift vlog. I think I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna segment them into like everyday clothes, like things that I thrifted just for like me, and then things that I thrifted for the bachelorette, because that's a whole different ball game. My idea was that for these t-shirts I got, I love this skirt I have on, and I think it would be cute to wear the tees with the skirt, so I'm gonna see that first. First up was this Cubs tee, which I liked the color of, but I'm not a huge Cubs fan and didn't need. I loved the Scotland tee. I loved the contrast between the blue and the navy, but the fit wasn't quite right. Then I tried on the Proud to Be Awesome tee, which I liked the feel of, but felt cheesier the more I wore it. These white shorts didn't have the fit that I really wanted them to. Then it was the Holy Grail find, these vintage 501s that I later found out were from the 70s. The wash, the fit, everything was perfect. I tried on a pair in New York last weekend and they wanted $250, so to find them for $8 was a steal. And then I tried on this black halter that I ended up getting as well. I just liked the suede material and I didn't have a halter top. This Lacoste dress was just fun, but not it. And then I tried on this red dress that felt a little cheap feeling, but was cute. This gingham dress, I kind of felt like I was going to a picnic and it was a little bit short. I tried on this purple sequin dress because it fit the vibe, but wasn't me at all. And then finally I did this pink slip, which felt more like me, but was just a touch too big. Just to recap what I got, my receipt's in here somewhere. I spent $30.11, which I felt like was worth it for the Levi's alone. Perfect fit Levi's. Like, I would have spent $30 on that alone. And then I got the black halter, which is cute because me loves a black going out top, but I don't have anything halter. And this one was like suede. It's this brand called Escape by Joanna something. Joanna Chen. So I'm gonna look that up. It fit me perfectly. It was so cute. I got the crystal Amina Muaddi lookalike heels. I have the real Amina Muaddis. I felt like these ones were super comparable and they have the little like embellishment buckle on the top. All of the things that I tried on for Anna Grace's bachelorette party were on theme, with that lilac sequin dress I feel like being the most on theme, but they just didn't feel like me. I want to feel comfortable and I want to feel like myself. So I figured those little sparkly embellishment shoes would be a good way to add a little bit of sparkle. The one thing that's frustrating about bachelorette parties, which I totally understand, I've been a bride, I've had my moment, but is that you can't wear white, and white is one of my classic go-tos, and black is gonna be too dark. So finding that middle ground is gonna be kind of tough, but not impossible. I got this book actually that I've been wanting to read by Ta-Nehisi Coates. He wrote the book Between the World and Me, and it was basically an open letter to his son about what it means to grow up black in America, and I absolutely loved that book. This is a fiction story from his, and it's, I believe, his most recent release. So the hardcover books at my thrift are like $3, so I just figured I would pick that up. And that was really it. Not successful in the mission for getting the bachelorette stuff. I think this just further confirms my theory that you can't really go in looking for something, but quite the success as far as the Levi's go. I know you guys are gonna hear about these Levi's ad nauseum because that has literally never happened to me. That's my day. Thanks for coming along with me. I don't know if we'll end the vlog here, probably. And if we do, thank you so much for thrifting with me. And if not, I look forward to seeing you in the next clip.